Let's go out to the Utes, to the Salt Lake City, to the SLC. Talk to Randy. What's up, Randy?
Thank you, Dr. Delony, for taking my call.
Of course, man. What's up?
So my wife and I have been married for over 23 years. We've got 3 adult children. One is married, 2 are off to college. And over the last several years, I've had suspicion of multiple affairs. But my wife kept telling me, oh, it's all in your head. It's in your head. Well, recently I did find out, as a fact, with proof, that she has had an affair with a woman, her friend,
okay.
And she has decided to move out and abandon us and move out with her new girlfriend or / wife.
Okay.
What do I mean? Talk about a shock, right?
Yeah, no kidding.
How do you go through something like this? And then what's the next step when you find out that somebody that you've been with for over 23 years has just thrown that all away and not just throw it away, but throw it away and go live with another woman?
Yeah. I think I don't want to let the who or even what, I don't want that to make this more complex than it already is. Mm-hmm. So I don't want you to get hung up on she's with my best friend, she's with some random guy from work, or she's with another woman. I think that's a distraction from the core issue. The core issue is your wife said, I don't love you anymore. I love somebody else. I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's easy to find a bunch of other things. I'm going to be mad at my buddy. I'm going to be so angry at, dating apps. I'm going to be mad that she's with a woman and now she's telling me she's gay. I think that's a distraction from you feeling the depths of hell that you've been cast into.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And so I think healing, or you're not at the healing point yet. I think grieving, dealing with the reality of this is step one. Often, almost 100% of the time, when I have this conversation with somebody of short term, we've been married for 10 years, we've been married for 20 years. Often, there's the initial shock and awe and anger and frustration. That happens. But often the most catastrophic loss is not the person leaving. It's that, Randy, you knew for a long time something wasn't right.
Mm-hmm.
And now all of a sudden, the person you trust less than her is you lost trust in Randy. And it makes it hard to know what to eat. It makes it hard to know time to get out of bed. It makes it hard to know what to say to your kids. Because suddenly, the most confident person you were in the world, suddenly you don't trust that guy either. Is that true?
Most of it. I trust myself. I'm a strong enough person to know, what it is, and I need to take care of myself and continue, if not for myself, for my kids.
Nope, for you. Taking care of your kids is taking care of yourself. Okay? So
taking care of myself, but losing trust in others, yes. It's definitely hard to trust anyone at this point.
Yeah. So when she said she's gone, what does that mean? Is she filing for divorce?
She left, so I filed.
Okay.
She decided she had her whole family come over along with her girlfriend and pack up all his stuff, and took off.
Okay. So as hard as this is right now, from this point forward, because of her declaration, this marriage, this partnership, this best friend you thought you had, now this is a business transaction. Okay? And as much as you allow your, and we treat our business partners fair, I don't want to take advantage of somebody who buys one of my books. I want my book to be a gift for them in exchange for their $20. Okay? So we're going into a business transaction doesn't mean that you dishonor her, you try to rip her off. I'm going to get the most money I don't do that with my customers, and I don't want you to do that with her. And I also don't say, you know what? You don't have to pay. Like, I have some costs in this book, right? I wrote it. I took a year of my life to do that, away from my friends, away from my family, away from other business opportunities. I got paper costs. We've got publishing costs. It costs money. It's a business, right?
Sure.
And
sure.
so we are now in a business transaction. And I want to tell you, this is awful. I hate it for you. I hate it for you. I hate the conversations you have to have with your kids. I hate the conversations you have to have with your friends. Everybody's going to have an opinion. Everybody's going to give you stupid advice and dumb advice. Well, it's just. And dude, at the end of the day, it's you laying in your bed in a quiet house, heartbroken, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How the conversations been with your kids?
They're angry.
Yeah.
To know that their mom, just left,
Yeah.
and not just left, but said, I've got a lawyer and we're going to destroy you, is her words exactly.
Yeah. What is her vitriol against you? Why does she suddenly want to destroy you?
Because I found out the truth.
I don't understand. It sounds like she's getting exactly what she wants.
That's my thought too. That's why it's so confusing. She's getting everything she wants, but yet, because I find out the truth, she wanted to live both lives. She wanted to live a double life. You
pop the balloon of her little fantasy where she could have your security and your stability
mm-hmm.
and your financial resources, but she could go have this loving sexual relationship on the side and just run a double life.
Right. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep. And I've seen that with her web searches, how to live a double life. And
good gosh.
All this. It's like, are you kidding me?
She didn't even clear a search history? My goodness, dude.
Oh, her search history is a mess of I don't know what I should say on the show. But
dude, that's just like cheating 101. Clear your search history, right? I mean, geez.
Well, even if you clear your web searches, there's ways to recover.
I know.
People think we're searching in secret. People know.
No,
and there's ways
everybody
to recover.
Knows. That's right. So
for her to do that, her web searches, and I've got all that documented.
Sure.
Show that she's been searching not only just how to live a double life, but how to become more lesbian.
Yeah.
How to address it. What do you do with other women? Just on and kind of really gross stuff. And then text messages between the two of them. I've seen, and even more gross. It's really disgusting.
And so here's what I would recommend you do. It's going to sound crazy. There's been infidelity. Your wife looked you in the eye and said, I want out. Her family is with her. And they have moved. The more you go swan diving into the details, into the sordid photos, into the whatever, the more you're choosing to go mad. Have you hired an attorney?
Yes.
Great.
Yes, I have.
This is what you pay an attorney for. Every time you think through, I wonder if at this party, and I wonder about this, and I wonder about this other woman and this other guy, and every time you do that, you're choosing misery. You've hired an assassin. Let your assassin do his or her job.
Mm-hmm.
You get about healing. And every time, if you do the cannonball back into the sewage, the sewer water, you're choosing misery. Don't do that. And dude, by the way, I know it's hard. Also, let your kids be angry and you don't fall into the trap of talking crap about their mom. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That will be very, very hard to do. But your kids know in their core that faults and all, they are half their mom and they are half their dad. And if you start trashing mom, now there's a reality. Mom chose to leave. Mom made some hard decisions. Kids, I'm heartbroken. That's not y'all's job to fix, but your old man is really, really sad and confused and heartbroken. They don't need to know about what was on the computer. They don't need to know about the photos and the texts and all that stuff. It's okay to say, yeah, mom left. She got a girlfriend and her family moved her out and I'm heartbroken. That's okay. But she's a this and I can't believe that. Don't do that to those kids. Okay? You do need to have a space for that, and that's your close male buddies. I'm hoping you've got a couple. Do you have any?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want you to make it a priority to meet with them once a week in person, if at all possible. And I want you to preface this with, guys, I'm coming up on a hard season. I'm going to be sad for a while. I need you guys. And I know that sounds awkward and weird and very unmanly, but that's the path forward for you.
Right.
But if you get together and just talk crap about your wife or talk crap about what you found or talk crap about her family or lawyer, talk crap about gay people, if you do that, you're choosing to cannonball into the sewage. That's not grief. That is wallow.
Yeah.
The grief is you feeling how freaking quiet your house is at night now. And putting your hand on your chest and weeping. Or get to talking about your buddies, and once your anger starts to subside a little bit, you're able to have sorrow in front of other guys and say the words, I really miss her. And I got to build something new now. I did not see this coming. That's grief. And unfortunately, that's the only path forward where you're going to be well and healthy and whole. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I'd hug you if you were here.
I appreciate it. It's just something you don't, you can't see, you don't expect, right?
That's right. You got hit in the mouth. Yes. And so this is a business transaction. I wouldn't talk to her anymore. She chose to leave. I wouldn't send text messages anymore. Every message she sends to you, I would just let it go into the ether. You don't have to deal with sharing custody of kids or anything like that. Your kids are grown.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Yeah. And so you don't have to deal with that. You're going to want to know what she's doing. You're going to want to know how she's doing. You're going to want to know all that stuff's normal. You spent 25 years with her, including dating, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a quarter of a century. How old are you?
46.
Okay. You've been with her longer than you haven't been, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be hard to breathe once you stop being so pissed off. And that's right, because she took one of your lungs with her. She took your hands and your legs, because y'all were one. Y'all were a gang. And so you're going to have to learn how to do everything over again. And I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. Because everybody deserves somebody to come home that they can drop their shoulders and just be safe. And this, my friend, I'm being intentional here. This is grief. This is sitting in it, the reality of it, okay? Not getting distracted by all the other stuff. But moving forward, dude, I wouldn't go down the search history anymore. You got what you've given, give everything over to the attorney and move on. I wouldn't go through those text messages again and again and again. I just wouldn't. I wouldn't let anybody talk bad about my wife. I wouldn't let anybody talk bad about the gay community. I wouldn't let anybody talk. It just doesn't serve any purpose at all. The truth is, your wife left you. There may be some truth that when it comes out, she's like, I've been telling you for years this, or you are struggling with Y, or whatever. And there may be some truth to some things you need to work on moving forward in your life. Maybe not. Maybe you just got sucker punched on this one. Make sure you take care of yourself. Sleep when you can, but also honor when you're going to wake up at 2 a.m. for 6 months. Have a book. Have a video. Have something to watch. and just honor your body as it's trying to reconcile how to breathe with only one lung for a while. You'll grow another one, but right now you just got one because she took one. It's going to be hard to walk because she took one of your legs. Y'all were one for a quarter of a century. Make sure you eat right when you can. Make sure you hang out with your friends. Make sure you at least walk around the neighborhood. This would be a great time to start lifting weights and get a trainer if you don't have one. Let your lawyer do their job. It's a business transaction now. I'm heartbroken for you, brother. Hang on the line. I'm going to send you a copy of Building a Non-Anxious Life. I don't know if you're in the mood for reading, but this will be a roadmap to start building something back and to honor your body as it rattles and shakes as it figures out what to do now. Hey, go ahead and put Own Your Past on there too. What happens when life hits you in the mouth and you got to figure out what to do next. We love you, buddy. Holler if I can ever help, man.